In the silent darkness where humans believe they are safe, a shadow quietly appears. No sound, no warning, just a single moment of vulnerability, and the predator strikes. When humans encounter a leopard, the line between hunter and prey becomes thinner than ever. An ordinary morning until the leopard boss shows up uninvited. No drama, no trailer, just straight into combat. A group of men are suddenly forced into a one-on-one fight they never signed up for. The crowd cheers with bricks and stones. The leopard strikes like an action movie star, while the only goal for these guys is simple: survive. A battle so intense, it leaves you torn between holding your breath and bursting out laughing. On what seemed like a safe rooftop, the leopard-catching squad was planning their next move, when suddenly the main character shows up. No meeting, no countdown. The leopard switches straight into combat mode and leaps right into the middle of the team. Sticks swing wildly, and the guys sprint like they're in a marathon. A total mess of a play. But everyone knows one thing: this is no joke. A leopard suddenly strays into a small neighborhood in India, and within seconds, hundreds of people are thrown into chaos. They think strength lies in numbers, forgetting they were up against nature's ultimate parkour master. With a lightning-fast wall jump, the leopard strikes, then vanishes. One man goes down while the crowd stands frozen, watching a shadow that came and disappeared faster than thought. Situations like the one in the image happen quite frequently in India, when leopards wander into residential areas and end up trapped inside houses or narrow alleys. When cornered, they panic and will attack anyone who gets too close. And this time, it's no longer chaos, it's a carefully planned operation. A massive net, stretching several meters wide, is held tight by a group of strong men, ready for an ambush. Indian police are on the scene as well, coordinating a tense capture. But no matter how tight the perimeter is, everyone understands one thing: this isn't the leopard's home. And maybe the best solution is to send this uninvited guest back to the wild, where it truly belongs. An afternoon that seemed relaxing for the guy in the orange shirt suddenly turned into a nightmare when a boss leopard was already lying in wait ahead. Before he could even process what was happening, a lightning-fast pounce left him with an unforgettable memory. One afternoon in Bangalore suddenly turned into a nightmare. A leopard unexpectedly entered a school campus and fell into a state of panic. When authorities approached, it charged and knocked a man down within seconds. About 6 people were injured before the animal was finally subdued after several hours. The safari ride was calm until the atmosphere suddenly shifted. The leopard moved in close, its gaze cold and intensely focused. In the next split second, bam! A powerful strike slammed against the window, freezing everyone inside. No screams, just a few seconds of complete silence. Luckily, the glass held, because one small mistake, and this story would have gone very differently. The van seemed safe, until the leopard showed up. It lunged forward, clinging to the window like it wanted a free ride. Panic inside, pure action movie tension outside. Luckily, the glass held. Have you ever faced something like this? Floor it, or pretend to stay asleep. A leopard suddenly charged into a residential area in Raiganj, sprinting through the streets and pouncing in an instant. The crowd panicked, everyone scrambling to escape, while the boss strolled around like it owned the place. In the end, it was tranquilized and returned to the wild. If it were you, Would you run immediately or still pull out your phone to film? One morning in Nashik, a 12-year-old boy was sitting and using his phone as usual. The door opened. A leopard quietly walked in. No screaming, no running. He calmly stood up, walked outside, and shut the door. The human stayed safe, while the dangerous one ended up locked inside. A quiet night in the yard was suddenly shattered. A leopard silently slipped in, approaching a resting dog that had no idea what was coming. In just seconds, a lightning-fast pounce ended everything. No warning, no time to react. In the darkness, the predator always holds the absolute advantage. One night in Islamabad, a leopard suddenly rushed into a yard and attacked a dog. At the critical moment, a man's shout startled it, forcing it to flee. Fortunately, the dog escaped in the nick of time. In Rajsamand, a quiet night quickly turned into tragedy. A leopard silently slipped into a yard, approached its target, and delivered a lightning-fast pounce. This time, no one arrived in time. In the wild, just a few seconds can mean a completely different outcome.
With his family yesterday when that happened. He sat in front of the protective glass to take a picture of the big cat launching itself.
Only a few steps separated them, but fortunately the glass barrier saved his life.
In front of the protective glass to take a picture of the big cat launching it.
A safari trip meant just for sightseeing, but a VIP guest showed up on its own. A lion approached, placing its paw on the window as if inspecting the car's interior. Inside, everyone held their breath. Outside, pure curiosity. A moment both tense and funny. The lion wasn't hunting, it was window shopping. If you were there, would you still dare to open the door? A predator like a leopard sometimes isn't even interested in hunting. It strolls around tourist vehicles, its calm gaze making it look like it's just out for a walk. Then unexpectedly, it climbs onto a car not to attack, but as if posing for a few close-up shots. Tourists hold their breath, cameras working non-stop. A few minutes later, it quietly leaves without a single conflict. Everything was calm when suddenly a lion approached the vehicle. It stared intently, then tested the door with its claws as if checking its durability. No one dared to move. The moment was tense and almost unbelievable. Luckily, the glass held firm. The SUV was stopped in the middle of the road on Mikigam when a living tank appeared. The rhino charged in, ramming repeatedly like it was in a road rage. Inside, the tourists froze in fear. Each impact made their hearts skip a beat. Luckily, no one was injured. An elephant suddenly blocked the road, eyeing the car like its own giant chair. It walked up, casually sat on it, and even tore off the front bumper. Inside the vehicle, not a sound. The driver had no choice reverse, turn around and give way to the new owner. The man had just arrived home, thinking all he needed to do was open the door, and his long day was over. Little did he know that the real owner was a snake hanging on the door. The snake's welcoming kiss sent the man into a panic. He couldn't even stand steady, although the snake didn't chase him. The man confidently performed with a cobra, thinking he was a snake charmer. But the cobra didn't see it as entertainment. In a split-second strike, one bite, from calm to panic in 0.5 seconds. After this, who knows if he'll ever dare to perform again. An ordinary workday at the Toledo Zoo suddenly turned into a nightmare. An elephant unexpectedly attacked its own keeper. Facing an opponent weighing several tons is not a fight anyone wants to be in. Everything happened so fast that the man didn't even have time to understand what was going on. On a sunny beach in Mexico, a woman... The monkeys here are famous for being mischievous, from snatching food and picking tourist pockets to suddenly rushing in to grab belongings. The fuller and heavier a bag looks, the more likely it is to become their target. So sometimes a trip, besides the fun and beautiful scenery, also comes with a battle of wits against these furry little pickpockets. And in some unexpected moments, people barely have time to react when they suddenly dash in. Many tourists often use food to lure monkeys closer in exchange for a few souvenir photos. Over time, this seems to have become a habit for the monkeys in this tourist area. However, not everyone receives their special treatment. With the woman, the monkey appeared quite cooperative when taking photos. But with some men, it was different. The monkeys seemed cautious and at times almost ready to attack when they tried to stand too close. So if you visit places like this, remember that sometimes monkeys have their own preferences too. The boy in the yellow shirt stands innocently in front of the lion enclosure, unaware that behind him an African lion is quietly creeping closer. In an instant, it lunges forward as if attacking its prey. Fortunately, a thick glass barrier stands between them, but the sudden strike is still enough to make everyone's hearts skip a beat. The battle of wits between monkeys and tourists seems to never really end. In tourist spots where monkeys are common, they've become very used to the presence of humans and sometimes even see visitors as walking storage units. So if you visit places like this, it's best not to carry bags or keep valuable items inside them. Because with these clever little thieves, once something is taken, calling the police would probably be completely pointless. A girl was resting in the forest when an orangutan suddenly approached and grabbed her hand tightly. She tried to pull away, but the animal seemed to hold on even more firmly. For it, this was probably just a curious little game. But for the girl, her nature adventure suddenly turned into an unexpected moment of being held back for a chat. Nature has never been as gentle as we imagine. Leopard attacks are not just survival instincts, they're a reminder that humans are not always at the top of the food chain. If you faced a moment like that, would you stay calm enough to survive?